This program contains content that may not be suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ruzungu kadera zuku tujikole sawa namba ruzungu.
Ruzungu tujikole namu za kujele kutoka ntoko ndi mbuzi ndi hapo ndi ana bora babaddi abachala wale so mwiramba nyembuto katonda ya chembuto genda weji waminge yabawereza buno bukeke obutini
singa babu mutwale bamusonseka mukamwa bwonna nawufulumiza mu nnyindo
kibwa ina guno omugogwa Musa white step bibia mu detergent
waliwo wanangabi ebola yakasajja kasendi kalimba bannange sendi bannange. So, welcome to yet another edition of Kasuku Live.
Yep.
Speak to the doctor. This is where we are today. And I'm in Dr. ELADU. Emmanuel?
Yes.
Oh, how are you, sir?
Okay.
How is life?
Life is good.
Soko ninde kuri mu interview tutandise. Yakatandika ninda njikwagala. Soko ninde mu nkwagala. Okitegedde? So musonyiwe ko bad black abatyo naye Emmanuel.
Yes.
Means we are born on Christmas Day.
Means God is with us.
No, but it also means we are born on Christmas Day. Your birthday comes on Christmas, right?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah. What you emanga tebamuzala for
Christmas?
Isn't that masquerade?
It's not masquerading.
Yeah?
My mother said, come rain, come sunshine. Yeah. She had to give me a manual. So
the name.
The name.
God is with us.
God is with us.
Okay. Dr. ELADU is a Gaina.
Yes.
Abasinga mujita Gaina. Naye ekivogeza Gaina kuba kimalayo kikaluba. Gynecologist. Kalina kikomyawo Gaina. Abalala mu luyaye you call it pussy doctor. Oizo kitegeererawo maago. Omanyi omusajja omu yagamba oli pussy doctor ne mugamba nanga vet.
That is a vet doctor.
Yagamba ne mugateekako pussy cat. Kuba in this language of ours, the slang, that one may mean something else. Anyway,
yes, our viewers, thank you very much for keeping up with Kasuku Live. You are well. People love you so much.
Thank you.
People listen to you. Everywhere I go, they keep saying the way Kasuku is very difficult.
But how do you sit with him?
How do you sit with him?
Have conversations with him.
And I tell them I first pray before I go. Because I do not know what you'll say.
Hey, I know.
Yeah, but they are very happy, and we thank them for really keeping up and asking the questions. Sometimes I go through the lives and the sessions we've shared, and I see so many questions. And I think maybe one of these times we can come and just try to answer. Answering some of them.
And actually, that is the whole core of why we do this. I don't know. We've actually not paid attention to that part. And I think going forward, we need to. Kyabajja tuyamba ebibuuzo bino tandika okubanga obiwandiika ate tusobole okujja tubyokya abasawo kuba but we also have the numbers zibeerako okwo osobola okubeera ng'oweereza ku WhatsApp okuba essimu ebibuuzo ne bakuddamu tulina TMR Golden Living app bw'ogidownloadinga osobola okubeera nga osaba eddagala basobola okujja ne bakeberera ewaka n'omusaayi ne bagukugirako awo tests ne bakomezaawo ne results kyekyenjawulo ekiriwo. So if you ask the question there nga tetukuddamu, you can move to the TMR Golden Living app, downloading instantly wabaawo abagenda okuba nga bakuddamu boga nti nalabye Dr. ELADU ng'ayogera ku family planning kati nga bwe tugenda omwogerako leero ng'oyanguwa okitegedde. So njala twogere ku family planning. When someone says family planning, what do they mean?
So they simply mean methods that can be used to, one, prevent pregnancies and allow for this person to prepare and space childbirth. Yeah. So they're just methods that are being used.
Yeah. So what available family planning methods can you break down for us?
Kakati, for family planning really looks at how the normal system functions. For women, they have what we call a cycle, what we call the menstrual cycle. That menstrual cycle starts with chemicals or hormones being released from the brain. They begin to the ovaries, and then those chemicals cause the ovaries to ovulate. Eventually, the egg is released. So if the egg is not fertilized, that person goes into a period. So that's a normal menstrual cycle. Keeps on repeating itself every month. So it's supposed to happen every month. Okay. From the time someone starts menstruation, they're supposed to have regular cycles until they reach a point of menopause.
Menopause. Menopause is
average.
Or they don't have, because someone was telling me menopause does not have particular age these days.
So there's an average age of about 50 to about 55.
Okay.
But most women tend to follow the trend of their mothers. When mama at to say menopause at 48, the higher chances is that
menopause can come at 48.
There are people even get into what we call early menopause at 45. You get it?
Wow.
Then there are those who go into what we call premature ovarian failure, or really premature menopause, those below 40.
Yeah.
You can get someone less than 40, she has already get.
So menopause literally, okay. Menopause literally means obeera tokyagenda mu nsonga. In fact, kiba kitegeeza obeera tokyasobola kuzaala kufuna lubuto.
In fact, if you take 12 months nga tofunye period, then we say nti omuntu oyo ayingidde menopause. Yakoma. Now if you take 6 months, you haven't yet, you have to reach 12 months, then we say that person is in menopause. And by the time you reach menopause, you see, women are born with all the eggs they will ever need. In fact, those eggs are formed when that girl child is in the womb, about 5 months. So when they give birth to them, those eggs keep on reducing until a point in a touch aina maji. So when you no longer have eggs, then there is no egg that can be produced. There is no way you can go into your periods. Menopause. So family planning tends to follow a circle in women. There are basically two broad categories of family planning. One is the ones we call hormonal family planning methods. Then we have what we call non-hormonal family planning methods. Because hormones are the ones that target the menstrual cycle. The most important thing about the menstrual cycle is stopping ovulation. You know what ovulation is?
Yeah. Amagi nga gatuuse webagakyamukiririza.
I think something like that. When the egg is released, that is called the process of ovulation. So the hormonal family planning methods work by preventing that process from happening. So if the woman cannot release an egg, even if you have intercourse 20 times, they will not get pregnant. Okay, the eggs are there, but they're not released.
They're being dormant.
They're being kept in their store in the ovary. They cannot leave the store to go and meet with the sperms outside.
Doesn't that have side effects?
It's a good question. One, when you use these family planning methods, the hormonal family planning methods, for example, they include things like pills. There's pills that women must take daily. Daily. And when you take them daily, they effectively prevent you from ovulating. if you can't use pills, there are injections often every 3 months. Okay.
Kati nga betwina Saraya Press.
Saraya Press is in that category. You know these things?
Yes, of course.
Very good.
Yes. Sayara Press, Sayana.
Sayana Press, yes.
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
So,
very good.
Free of charge in health centers, government health centers.
So Sayana Press is one of those. There's what we call depot. There's Sayana Press, but often every 3 months.
Yeah.
And if you get it effectively, you should not be able to ovulate. You should not be able to conceive. Then the third one are the implants. That one is non-hormonal.
The
IUD. That's a coil.
The count for down is IUD.
Is a coil, yes.
Coil.
Oh, okay. We shall go there. Okay. So the hormonal methods can be pills, can be injections, or can be implants.
Yeah.
These implants, you can, when you put it here, you can leave it for 3 years or you can leave it for 5 years.
But we have had people who say they have that thing and still get pregnant.
Now, I think this is a disclaimer. There is no family planning that is 100%. The hormones work, they're about 99.8% effective. It means that if you use it, the chance of you getting pregnant is almost impossible. But not totally impossible, but almost. So there is no family planning. So even the hormones that you use, whatever family planning that you use, it is not entirely 100%. Even the vasectomies, yeah.
So
even the tubal cutting, 100%. Because we've seen people who have cut their tubes and they've conceived after the tubes have reconnected.
So if a guy comes with hot sperms, they can break that catheter.
It's not hot sperms.
Okay. With a lot of force.
The force is in the sperms or in the act?
In the act of releasing them comes with a lot of force. You know, sinanti abavubuka abakakasa naga bakamala okugenda okikakasika na kino.
Kambulaki.
Kati bwapika ennyo ka family planning.
No, not really. So there are things that make the family planning less effective. For example, if you're taking certain medications, let's say for people who are HIV positive, the drugs for HIV tend to speed up the breakdown of the family planning. So if you're taking pills or if you're getting these injections and you're on certain drugs, the HIV drugs, for example, we tell you, you may have to come earlier than the time you get it. If you delay, you find that the drug is broken down quickly, and then you'll be put at risk of being exposed to the family planning. Of being exposed to the pregnancy. So those are the hormonal methods. Now we know non-hormonal methods. Non-hormonal methods work by making sure that this sperm and the egg should never meet. The woman will continue producing her eggs. The husband will have his sperms, but the two should never meet. For example, condoms. Both male and female condoms. Okay, when you use a condom, the sperms are held in one place. Unless, of course, if the condom bursts. Okay? Even the condoms are not 100%.
Yeah.
They can burst. Size matters. You get it. Yeah, the force itself. If it has expired.
Even the lubrication.
You get it. So all those things can actually affect how effective these family planning methods can be. The second non-hormonal method are the IUDs, the intrauterine devices, or the coil. The coil works by making sure, because the coil is put munda munabana. Let me see if I have my iPad. Do you have a paper? Can I have a paper and a pen? I have a pen, this plain paper. You get from So you have seen the drawing of the reproductive system, Yabacha.
Yeah.
And P for science. So you've seen something like this. Where this is the ovary, fallopian tube. In Navana, uterus. Then this is a vagina somewhere here. The IUD. Concentrate.
Yeah,
Focus.
Let's go ahead.
Yes. The IUD is placed in the uterus, wakati, in the upper part of the uterus.
Nze nali nkalabyeko.
Okay. I think we have some IUDs. You can get some, I'm sure. But the IUD is placed munabana ebera wakati up in the uterus.
Kati nga tekukkiriza kudde eno oba eno.
So when the sperms enter, the IUD have got two types. There is a type which contains copper, what you call the copper IUD. Your copper IUD teri hormonal. That one works by making sure that copper destroys the sperms. The sperms cannot go past this point. When the sperms reach near the IUD, they get slowed down
by the
copper.
And they eventually get destroyed.
Yes, they get destroyed.
Yeah.
So remember the egg is waiting for the sperms one ku tubes.
Then tezijja.
Tezisobola tuka one.
I think a copper abantu gye basinga okozesa.
So the copper IUD is non-hormonal. It works by making sure the sperms are destroyed. They cannot reach into the fallopian tube. Okay? So the egg can only survive for 24 hours after it has been ovulated. So if it is not fertilized, the egg dies. So that is there is also a hormonal IUD. For it contains hormones. But it also works primarily by making sure that the mucus is thick, the sperms can struggle to reach the egg and to swim through, and most of those sperms get to die. So those are ideally the non-hormonal contraceptive condoms and IUD. There are also others. There are what we call the cups, cervical cups, where you just try to cover the cervix. But some of these methods are not really, they're not so common in our market. Okay? Yeah, some of those are not common in our market.
But we've had, anyway, madengina kubuuza waliwo abamiramu pills.
Emergency pills.
Yes.
So emergency pills are, as the word says, emergency. Emergency pills work by making sure that they postpone ovulation, they push ovulation, which is different from the routine pills that you take. The routine pills make sure you cannot ovulate. Now, as emergencies, if you're going to ovulate in the next 3 days, they sort of push that date for ovulation to allow the sperms to die before fertilization takes place. Now, emergency pills have a problem. Why? Because if you've started the process of ovulation normally takes enaku bbiri. Kakati, if you have sex during the time of ovulation, those emergency pills won't work. So it's very important when you're going to use emergency pills. It's okay. It's very important when you're going to use emergency pills to know if you are ovulating or not. Because if you have sex the day before ovulation, already the process has started. Because ovulation takes 2 days. So on the app, most apps have a date. They will say this is ovulation date. Just know 48 hours before ovulation, if you take those pills, there are higher chances that those pills will not work. That's why people are getting it wrong. Many people use emergency pills 3-4 times in a what? In a week, in a month.
So it's no longer emergency. And yet the word is emergency. You only need to use it emergency.
So when you do that, you disorganize your cycle. When you disorganize your cycle, you do not know the day you're going to ovulate.
Yeah.
So such a person who is using emergency pills more than once or twice in a week or in a month should get a better family planning method, which is more reliable.
Yeah.
That's where most people are getting it wrong. Someone uses emergency pills today, after 3 days they're using another emergency pill, but already the ovulation day was pushed. And if the process has started, even if you take it again, it's not going to work. So you end up with a pregnancy.
Would you advise younger girls, 18, 19, 20, around 25, to use family planning, especially when they don't have children?
Yes.
Doesn't it hinder them in the future?
No, so family planning does not affect your fertility. It doesn't. Now, of course, when you use the hormonal family planning methods, depending on how long you've used them, sometimes your system must reset itself. If you're using these hormonal methods, they are going to disorganize the normal menstrual cycle. So if you stop using them, it takes some time for your system. Some people immediately conceive after they've stopped. Others may take 2-3 months, 4 months, 6 months, but it does not mean that you're going to become impotent. You have used the family planning methods. So young girls out there, 16, 17, 18. And you know, these days, it's actually so serious that people are beginning sexual intercourse as early as 15 years, 14 years.
Yeah.
Okay? And the problem is that many people are not aware of what to use. So you find that people are out there, they are using emergency pills until they conceive. Then they have to struggle with abortions and all that. You get it. You rather actually have, if you go to the US and in some of these countries, those girls are taught about contraceptive methods as early as possible, and they start using them early.
Yeah.
So that they avoid that.
Because here we have a problem. Don't talk about those things, and the kid at 18 is already having two children. So prevention is better than
the cure.
Now, there's something I've heard. There are people I've heard they are too fertile.
Yes.
Is ngabo contraceptive. It's okay. What do you have a challenge about too fertile? Mbuye wajirira bati afunira wolubuto. Abalala bagamba ne contraceptives bazigezaako ne zigamba.
Yes, I have met some of those women that they have used hormones that have conceived. They have used the non-hormonal IUD and they have conceived. Yes, I've met some of those.
So it is true.
There are people who really, and you see, family planning is not, how can I say, is not one size fits all. It's not that if I've used an IUD, for me, I mean, everyone else should use an IUD. No. Yeah. There are people who use IUDs and either they get problems, what about fungal infections all the time after they use an IUD. There are those who get pain when they're using an IUD. You get it? So sometimes it's very important to have a discussion, and that's where people get it wrong. Before getting a family planning method, tula no musao. Speak with the musao. Tell them your medical history. For example, people who have a history of pressure. If you have a history of pressure and it's not controlled, we don't advise you to use hormones. If you have a history of getting clots, you've ever got a clot. If you use a hormonal method, it's going to worsen your chance of getting a clot.
So people should not just say, I'm going to do family planning. They need to come to serious hospitals.
People need to go to hospital
and talk to doctors.
Or talk to family planning experts, because there are midwives and nurses who have been trained in giving family planning methods. Yes, they're there. No, there are midwives and nurses who through programs and projects. Because we know you can't get doctors in every corner of the country. Yeah. But if you have the nurse there whom you've trained on how to give family planning, they can be effective. So don't just go to a place and say, I want this family planning. Sit with the doctor and say, if I am to use this family planning, what are the risks of using this family planning? What are the benefits of using this family planning? I have this history, nina pressure. I got a stroke before. Okay, in my family, people are getting clots. Should I use hormonal family planning methods? I am on these medications, maybe pressure for HIV and all that. Which family planning is best suited for me? You get it? Otherwise, people just go to the pharmacy and they just give them a family planning. Then when they get side effects of this family planning, because some family plannings can make you to bleed a lot. The hormonal methods, for example. So you are there, then you're having heavy periods, or you are there and you're not seeing your periods. Okay? And then you get worried. Yeah. But if they've sat down with you, that this family planning can cause A, B, C, D, your mind will be more prepared and ready for the effects of using that family planning.
Okay. Now, moving into the male side, there's a myth I also want you to break down for me. Is it true women get hornier in menopause? like they want it now more than here when they are.
So the sexuality or the sexual desire of women has got peaks, for example. Most women tend to peak with sexual desire when they're ovulating. Okay? Because during that time, when the egg has been released, the libido tends to be very high. And the woman tends to want to have intercourse. It's just an act of nature. Yeah, reproduction must take place. The egg has been released. Where is the nearest man? Okay?
Hey.
Yes. So you when a woman is ovulating, the horn
is high.
It's very high. Now that transitions when you go into menopause, because in menopause you no longer have eggs. you're no longer ovulating. Okay, so ideally, the desire for a woman to have intercourse tends to drop. Okay, but it's not entirely true that they will never want to have sex. No, they will actually still want to have sex. The other challenge that they face is that when they reach menopause, some women undergo what we call atrophic changes. In simple terms, they undergo changes around the reproductive area. Some of them, lubrication reduces, okay, because of menopause. The hormone that is necessary, the estrogen, is low during menopause. So vaginal lubrication is less. They end up having a bit of tightness around the vagina. They end up feeling pain during intercourse. So such things can reduce a woman's desire. Okay, not because she really does not want to have sex, but because every time she's having intercourse, she's feeling pain, she's not well lubricated and all that. So she might as well just opt to have less of the sex.
So the issue of getting horny is not entirely true.
It's not entirely true. And actually,
it just depends on the person.
Depends on the person. And you know, we actually have medications. There are creams that we use, estrogen creams that we give these women
to be passing there.
And they don't have to pass it before sex. No, they can pass it daily for some time. And you realize that the lubrication improves.
Randomly. I like these conversations because they dispel so many myths. Now, because now they used to tell us when women get older, they crave.
No, that isn't.
So now I understand it's just about
the person,
a particular person. And okay, thank you very much. People who nalongo bulijjo kyatugamba tulina mukwano gwaffe nalongo Lewis Pritiana. She told us for her no contraceptive works on her. She's so fertile.
So such people, they may need to opt for maybe the other permanent methods. One of the permanent methods, the tubal ligation for women, where we actually tie the tubes, and then we have vasectomy for the men, where we men also have tubes. We also we can also tie those tubes. So those ones are a bit much better. But the thing is that sometimes people get tubal ligation or tie the tubes, especially if they're young people. There's a degree of regret.
Eventually, because that's where I was coming. For the men, I think the family planning method for the men is withdrawal family planning method.
It is one of the family planning methods in what we call non-hormonal methods. So
is it effective?
It is not effective. They're effective, but I've met men who have perfected the art of withdrawal.
When
they hold,
when they feel that part.
So withdrawal is it falls under what we call fertility awareness methods. So there are methods that just rely on a knowledge about someone's cycle. For example, safe days. Okay, there are people who will have sex during the safe days. When they reach the unsafe days, they abstain. Over because of condoms and any other contraceptive methods, especially the condoms. Then when they are out of the safe days, out of the fertile days, they go back to having unprotected intercourse.
Fertile days, no, like how many?
So the fertile days varies per person. Okay, but on average, they're about 7 to about 10 days.
Fertile days.
Yes.
So 7 to 10 days. If someone is not banging. Then never got on 7 when they're in their P's. So literally that is 17 days out of 30.
Out of 28, 30.
So a man is literally left with 13 days. Oh, wow.
Kasuku.
It sounds weird.
I was going to ask you.
13 days. Wow.
The 13 days are few.
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking, well, if you're trying to avoid getting pregnant and you have to throw your man chow for only 13 days.
No, but you see, during the fertile window, you can use condoms.
Yeah, but people don't want to use condoms. You know the things they say about
that
condoms.
what?
They want skin to skin.
But there are better condoms that give you the feeling of skin to skin.
Yeah, they give you the feeling. It's not actually. You understand? So now you get it. Okay. So you were still telling us there is withdrawal.
Yes. So withdrawal is not effective. In fact, in terms of effectiveness, I think the percentage is about 60%. You know, like most of this family planning, they are 99, 98, 99. Withdrawal is about 60 effective. And withdrawal requires a lot of discipline, Kasuku.
Yeah.
Discipline from both partners. Number 3 is that just before you withdraw, there are already sperms that have escaped.
Yeah.
The
earlier ones.
Those ones, they've already taken off. So, by the time you think you're withdrawing, and some people want to try themselves to go an extra mile before they withdraw, too late. By the time you withdraw, the guys have already gone, have taken off. So for you think you're withdrawn, but you've sent a few Kasukus in front.
Yeah.
And those ones will do the necessary.
They are already enrolled.
So that's why withdrawal is it's one of those methods that it's not reliable.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I've seen couples who will tell you, I have 5 children, but I space them every 2 years. And you ask them what contraception, what method are you using? And they will tell you themselves, for us, we withdraw. And the wife will tell you, we are disciplined. When it's about, I tell him, Tata.
Or they just do it for likes.
No, they're disciplined. Unlike some people who are not disciplined. The time when they're supposed to withdraw, that is the time they're now doing other things. Or some women, when you want to withdraw, they hold you, the hands and legs, and say you're not going anywhere.
They want to feel the magma. They said it feels like a mountain is erupting. And that's when people say Hail Mary. So for men, I think we have on the withdrawal, and then maybe this one they call it
Vasectomy.
The vasectomy.
And we have condoms.
Yeah,
the
condoms
work. I don't know why you don't look down. Those condoms
the
work.
problem we have these days, people just test the blood.
But do you know?
They're like, man.
I take Kasuku, that is even very unreliable. If you test blood of someone now, what if they are undergoing the window period?
Why? It's got the people and anyway. Not these days people fear pregnancy
more than HIV.
Yes.
I know.
Anyway, it is what it is. But vasectomy, you are dogam, I think family planning, men have not really embraced family planning a lot because
why do you think men have?
No, I think it's for the woman, because the woman is the one receiving. That is one, and of course I think the natural order, the man is, those things. Yeah, but then vasectomy. With the way DNA is happening these days. So what happens after you do vasectomy and 10, 15 years later they tell you those are not your kids?
So would you suggest the person does DNA before vasectomy?
Clearly. But most men don't have the raw.
Of doing it.
These days they're telling people do DNA, they're like,
But that is how our grandparents used to behave. They knew that someone is raising that child somewhere. Even in them, they know that this child doesn't look like me, but it is okay. Let me do my part.
So for you, you're not okay with DNA?
No, for me, I think that if you trust the person. Okay.
Trust is very expensive these days.
You see, anyway, right now, what is prevailing, it would really make more sense for someone to get DNA. But I think, who is a father, Kasuku? A father is someone who may not necessarily have been, Kasuku.
Father is one azala omwana. The one who takes care. The one who does.
Kasuku.
I cannot stay if you are the one who raised me.
Kasuku.
Again, you will be, yes, we shall say, okay, out of courtesy. But my father will always be my father.
Kasuku.
Sibechiri?
couples who are conceiving via IVF and they're getting donor sperms and donor eggs, are those fathers and mothers to those children?
That's the mother, not the father.
No.
Nga sperms zivudde mu musajja ono.
Yes.
Like the man.
No, the
husband.
When they, actually, the time we'll talk about male infertility, we'll talk about that. But there are men who, over 50% of couples that cannot conceive, men are responsible. Men are having poor quality sperms. Men are having sperms that can't swim. That to the point that we have to suggest for them to get donor sperms from another person.
From another man.
Yes.
You don't be the father.
No, but
the owner of the sperms is the father.
No, but you see, you are the one who has facilitated the IVF. You are the one who has taken care of the pregnancy.
You don't own the sperms.
You see,
the difference with that is one, you do it intentionally. You are aware.
Yes.
That is one. Two, you don't know who the father is.
True. But
you understand?
Does that mean that you're not the father of that child?
Yeah, you are the father in Yoruzungu. Mu science, you're not. Yeah, and we run around science.
No.
That's the honest truth.
Science is trying to find solutions for some of these men, even women.
It is. But the natural order is what?
No, Kasuku, you see.
May believe in the natural order on certain things.
Kasuku.
The only thing is now, on why you can DNA. DNA, there is another man who knows. Okay, maybe he doesn't know, but there's, But here, you're very well aware nobody is going to wake up one day to claim this child because the confidentiality stuff and all of that, those things. And then it's your own decision. You have made it with your wife.
So, anyway, it brings in two things. One, as a child, let me ask, there are children who are being raised by men who are not their biological fathers.
Yes.
But they consider them their fathers.
They consider them.
Yes.
Good.
But they may not be. So, in other words, we need to really, this word father, it has to be a broader word to encompass all this. It cannot just be restricted to genetics.
It has to, because genetics is what makes you.
Yes, genetics makes you.
The thing is, I appreciate the men who are doing these things. And I have mad respect for them. Because today, most people are like that.
Yes.
There are guys, Muganda wa mama uye yabakuza.
Yes.
After maybe your father died.
There
are men who take on kids after the father disappears.
Yes.
I have mad respect for them, and I actually encourage them to go on.
Okay.
But me, what I move along most.
So you will not call that person father to those children?
No, he's not their father. This one is out of courtesy. And what you will say, this is my papa. But your father is there. Even when you don't want to talk to him, the reality is Jad. And by the way, for me, that is what bothers me the most, especially with women. I've seen lots of women who struggle with kids. Natata we jari. Amuzala yamufunisa olubuto gyali naye either nalwegana oba neyefula nti ye taliiwo talina sente talina ki. You get another guy, raises this kid, blah blah blah, then out of the blue one day a guy is 20 years, he shows up. So I don't know ono omukyala ye afunira muwa from all those life struggles, and it's something that really bothers me, by the way, a lot.
Yeah,
but you hustle with your kid.
What are the circumstances? There's some men who will tell the woman, I do not want anything to do with this child.
And then they appear 20 years later. So how do we repay this woman? Because these are things money cannot even buy. Yeah, you understand?
But also now such a child, imagine you are such a child, that so-called father did not want anything to do with you, or even told the mother to terminate the pregnancy. And for some reason she kept you.
But you know the issues that deal with blood? Somehow, especially when your pops shows up, these all become stories.
Kasuku, sometimes money is not everything.
No, but I'm saying, like, when your pops shows up, not every day.
Yes.
But I'm saying there's when your pops shows up with money.
There are people
and it's like, man, times where I had those days, there's this car apartment, you manage it. And that's where actually where most men who raise these kids regret. Because then one day the kid tells you, man, I'm talking to my dad. And you're like, wow, where was your dad? you know, that's
very,
very funny.
It's a tough discussion.
Yeah.
And it's a discussion that, of course, puts fatherhood into balance.
Exactly.
But I think it takes more than just genetics to be a father. Yes, genetics
it
plays a key role. In fact, genetics is the foundation of fatherhood.
Thank you.
It's a foundation.
Thank you.
But then we have seen fathers who are not present. We have seen fathers who are not fathers who are actually alive.
Yeah.
And they have done little for their children.
Exactly.
You realize that you become somebody in life, but that hour has not done anything.
Yeah.
He's a drunkard in the village. So I think we are just selective, because if you get a successful father, then things change. But if he's not successful,
so and I actually advise men, as you take on these roles, just count it as your CSR at the world. That one day, as you account with God, you tell him, man, I was a bad guy, but at least I took care of someone for 20 years. Is that reason enough for you? Yeah, because with the way the world is, you may not expect to get rewarded.
True.
Yeah.
True. But I think when you do that, you are not expecting anything. And I think actually most fathers do that. You think fathers invest thinking that you're going to repay them?
It is mostly the mothers.
Yeah.
Omwana nemukuza tanyambye onempoza.
But most fathers even don't get any praise. And you realize, like, and anyway, there's a lot that comes with fatherhood.
Exactly.
Yeah. But for us in the world of fertility, in the world of IVF and all that, we get such couples where the man cannot actually produce the sperms, and we need to use a donor sperm, or we have to use.
So muzigula donor sperms muzigula.
Yeah. We actually, in the IVF centers that we work. No, the sperm donation, we only pay you about 150 to 200,000.
I thought mulinga abakidini.
But Kasuku, every day you're producing sperms. You have excess sperms.
Yeah, but
and you produce them in millions.
I can't just be throwing them around like that.
You might as well get 150k or 200k from
like daily.
Eh?
Like daily.
What do you mean by daily? Like every time you donate.
Yeah, I withdraw every day. I know, like I'm saying, I withdraw every day. Now
are you producing
like a 150?
Yes, if you give us sperms daily, we'll be able to give you the 150.
Yeah, so that means omuntu rent your soul mufu. Ekiba ekyo mutyaba. Omuntu bofuna kati bokanti TMR omwezi mba waye emirundi ebiri.
Okay.
Walala 150.
Yeah. And if you have good sperms and your sperms are helping families to conceive and have children, your rate card can go up. You can be like
the money goes up.
Even egg donation, for example. Egg donation, of course, for it, it's a bit more rewarding. It's about 1 million.
Women.
Yeah, it's about 1
million. Hey, women, mubasikamu manji.
Yeah.
Then you fuse with
the sperms.
Then the kid comes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So those ones, we pay them about 1 million, 1.2. If you have good eggs,
so let me see.
You may get about 2 million.
If I donate, Madame donates. So a month we can make our car 3M.
Yeah, if it's
no,
for the women it's just once in a month.
Once a month, okay, that's 1.5. Nange wano nengabayo emirundi gyange.
Meka buli week.
Buli week nengaba wano wali. So you can make the money actually.
Yes, you can make some money.
Abantu bafu balumira bwerere. Anyway,
so yes.
That's been family planning.
Yeah. Now for men, there are newer family planning methods that are still being developed. For example, there are injections that are being developed for men.
For a man,
yes.
For a man,
yes.
Like bakuba empiso.
Yes. Oh. Every 8 weeks, you get an injection. There are injections that we put to block the tubes that are also being developed. So that's and that tubal blockage can take about 1 year, after which it dissolves, and then you are able to function again. You're able to release viable sperms. There are patches that you get and you put on your arm, and then the hormone goes in, and but all these are
they are all risky.
They're not risky, Kasuku. But don't you see the risk women go through when they're getting this family planning? What makes you think that for them they can endure the side effects than the men?
Not us. Anyway, because for me initially when I heard of these men I thought like they don't come.
No, they do. They actually doing a vasectomy, everything stays functional. It's just that you'll be firing blanks.
Oh.
You'll actually even produce what we call seminal fluid. But in that fluid, tewali sperms. Because we have blocked off the connection of the testes, the sperms to come out.
I think that's the most important thing you need to begin telling men, because men, the only time they feel like this has happened is when they come.
No, they release fluid. They actually get an orgasm. They come.
Yeah.
But that's ejaculation.
Empty orgasm.
Yes, it's just empty. You are just firing blanks. So it is very effective. You stay with your morning erection, your night erection, all those things. The system operates. Echuma
sigala chikola. I don't know.
So
vasectomy sounds weird in my mind, but
no, it is. That there are women who have undergone a lot of severe effects from contraceptives. That the only right option is for the man to get a vasectomy.
Or to break up with the man.
Before you go to break up, get the vasectomy.
Why could the man take a vasectomy? It's very risky.
You need to encourage men to get vasectomies. Kasuku.
Because so pida. Because so pida. You see that? Yeah, you see that.
And vasectomy is a very simple procedure. 15-30 minutes, you're done. Not even in theater, in what you call a procedure room. These are very simple procedures.
Okay.
Yeah. If you think you've reached your family size, you have 4 children, you're tired of planting children all over the city, you get your vasectomy. But when you get a vasectomy, inform your wife about it. Otherwise, you will continue having.
That has been Dr. ELADU Emmanuel.
Yes.
From TMR, Golden Living Specialized Hospital. TMR Golden Living Specialized Hospital. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Having you. And I hope, guys, you've picked those who want to do some of these things.
Yes.
These things are here, so you can always come around. The movie caller. For me, I'll stick with the condoms. Yes.
and withdraw.
Withdraw is kind of hard this lifetime, but you can count those 13 days.
Yes.
13 days. There are people who tell us they are masters at withdraw, but now they have like 8 kids. Like, my brother. Exactly what there is a guy who told us getting pregnant does not need an hour. It's just a snap of the finger. So so, but anyway, like we said, you can download the TMR Golden Living app.
Yeah.
Drop those questions there. You can go to these videos. Actually, TMR also has a TikTok page.
Yeah.
I've seen it. TMR Hospital. I've seen they have. No, I've not seen their YouTube. You guys have a YouTube channel?
No. We have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you can go. But you also have a YouTube channel.
Yes, I do have a YouTube channel.
It's called
ELADU Emmanuel 256 or Dr. ELADU Emmanuel. That's just the name. Yeah. So you can go there. There's a lot of talks that I give about family planning, pregnancy, and all that. Sometimes you putting something on Google, you find it hard to read through everything. But when you hear someone explain things like we have done today, you're able to pick 1 or 2 things. Yeah. So,
Kale, thank you.
Pleasure.
We shall meet again.
Kale.
Bye.
The views expressed on Kasuku Live do not reflect those of the host, producers, or management. They are solely of individuals providing them and do not represent or reflect the official policy or position of this YouTube channel.
abakyala wereso omuyomba enyembuto katonda yekyembuto genda wegiwaminge
yabaweereza buno bukeeke obutini
singa baabumutwale bamumusonseka mu kamwa bwonna n'awufulumiza mu nnyindo.
Kiba alina guno omuggo gwa Musa wayitista premium detergent.
Waliwo wanagambye ebola y'akasajja kasendi kalimba bannange. Esendi bannange.